Art. How do you see art? Do you find art to be beautiful, cultural, or necessary? Art has given us many different wants and needs. Sometimes we get lost in art. Sometimes we buy art. I'm going to express to you the need of different art forms. Art serves more than one purpose in our lives, and I will use 3 particular art forms as examples for this one layer that revolves how much we need different art forms in our lives. I'm going to explain more of graphic design, painting, and tattoos. To know the need for graphic design, you must know what it is first. A graphic designer designs logos, posters, CD covers, everything you see with a label or any kind of font on it. A graphic designer or typographer designed that. Would you buy a CD if it had no cover on it and it's a clear case? Would that CD sell? What would you look at if everything was in a clear package? What if all of our shirts were white, no designs or patterns? You wouldn't have a problem on what to wear. However, your choices would no longer be an issue. Graphic design is everywhere, and without it, we would look boring. And we wouldn't have our personalities that come out as you would see your friend walking down the street wearing that same old shirt from one of his favorite rock bands. What do you think about it? If you look at this, and you compared it to this. Here you know that this is Lady Speed Stick. Here you know that it's a purple deodorant. And here it's not labeled. So we're going to look at the label and we know what we're purchasing. Or everything could look like this and be completely clear and we wouldn't know what it is. We would know it's our brand maybe by the color, but how did you ever know that? You know that because you relate the purple color to your deodorant. And this goes for anything. Look at Mountain Dew. It's a green bottle. With or without a label, you would probably know it was Mountain Dew. But without that signature color, would you know it was Mountain Dew? What if it was a clear bottle? Logos bring visual representation, memory, and uniqueness. According to the businessbrandingstrategy.com, a brand is complicated and a breathing thing. It consists of many components that must all integrate into a seamless, functional whole. Think about that. A seamless, functional whole. These are important to any business. Who wants people to know their product? Who wants the logos to speak out to the consumer, to you? You buy things because it's visually interesting when you have company come over. So what would the difference be? Sometimes you want to save money and you go by the logo, and sometimes you want to spend extra money, and so you also then therefore go by the brand. An article from educationcenteronline.org has shown media is a larger employer for graphic designers. We look at the computer, television, or play video games, and watch a good movie. See graphic design everywhere. We let it influence us whether we want to or not. Therapeutic painting. Many times we look at paintings, and whether it's a class or a museum, many people have a favorite artist or painting. But looks of a painting can go straight to the core, to your soul. And then when a person goes into an art museum, sometimes they stand there and they get lost in it, or they don't want to be there. So painting can influence everybody differently. A therapeutic painter, developed this therapeutic study and studied light, darkness, and color as an artist. She found that many people who want to get lost in a painting, and why not help them by creating their own and putting their emotions on a canvas as therapy. An article in idcdenver.org talks about Marilyn Levin, and she introduced into 1995 into this therapeutic hospital, and became a painting therapist working with children and adults. Here is one of those paintings that they worked on, and this is something that was created by a patient, and it's something that helps them express and gets things out on paper or on canvas that they don't want to talk about. And according to Lisa One Hugs, Week6.com the importance of painting and child development. Painting helps develop fine motor skills, expressions, learning emotions, self-expressions, and speech. This is still the more reason to introduce and keep painting in a child's life and an adult's life. Painting is a free form of expression that has no right or wrong, but it's your emotions on a canvas no matter what they are. There are many different types of styles of painting, and impressionism, abstract, expressionism, and many more. These are all appreciated styles of art that can be wonderful colors arranged on a canvas to make us wonder and ask questions. There are types of styles that take us on a journey or bring it all close to home. A blog that I have visited is orangecarton.com. This has posts stating, "Following the inspiration and creating a splendor on a canvas is all you need to do." And it is. That's all you need to do. When you're looking into tattoos, tattoos have been around for thousands of years, since before 2000 BC. According to the Smithsonian.com, and no matter how large or simple, they have always been personal. The Egyptians were the first to introduce the tattoo, and primarily females were the ones that had tattoos. They imagined that it would be the older women giving the younger women tattoos, and this was a process done in a group with 7 needles tied together, pricked in a desired pattern using breast milk and oil for ink. Looking at today's world of tattoo art grows, we still have the same want and desire to make sure that we have personal tattoos that mean something. In this aspect, it has a lot to change from 2000 BC and today. Here is a tattoo of an Egyptian that they have discovered, showing the first signs of the tattooed art. One thing that has changed, of course, today is that we don't have a collection of 7 needles, and we don't use breast milk, and we don't have oil mixed in to make our inks, which you would see in a normal tattoo shops. You would see probably a tattoo machine, needles, shading and lining, tattoo inks, power supply, usually a pedal switch. This was helped provide for some examples from jacobs.hubpages.com. Technology has really helped us move on from breast milk and oil. Some of the more popular tattoos are forearm tattoos, like this one here. This tattoo was from ob.com. And then there's also travel tattoos, like this here. Crosses are also some very popular tattoos. And also back tattoos and dragon tattoos. These tattoos can be found from bodyandsoultattoos.com is where I found these pictures. And they are tattoos that a lot of people find to create time to put on their bodies to be able to remember a lot of moments. Maybe it's something that they like and they just want to keep it on their body forever. But they still have that something means to them need, and they want to have that put on their body. It is definitely a choice, not for everybody, but it's something to express oneself. Now that I've talked to you about the 3 art forms, graphic design, painting, and tattoos, how we need different art forms in the world. Do they grab your attention? Is it therapeutic? Do they mean something to you? All 3 of these art forms speak to the public. Whether it is to grab your attention on a product, maybe work some issues out that you want to just get lost in. Maybe you can't talk to somebody, you need to get lost on your canvas. Perhaps you remember something the rest of your life as a memorial, or maybe your favorite animal. Maybe you want to just speak to other people in a different way. Maybe you want to sell a product. All of these art forms speak the same language for many people. And people have a need for different art forms to express something, a product, an illustration, find truth, or mark a memorable moment. Can you find a reason why we don't need different art forms in our lives? I see many reasons why we do. How about you?